She is someone who is an award-winning singer, songwriter, came into the limelight through the popular TV show Idol South Africa, where she contested 3 times before breaking through in season 11 after she made the final 7. But now she is known as the AmaZulu hitmaker, someone who, through some of her early struggles in the industry right now, shows embracing of her identity, her growth, and of course, the incredible music that we love. Amanda Black joins us on the line. Amanda Black, thank you so much for joining us. Good morning.
Good morning. Good morning. Thank you guys so much for having me on this beautiful rainy morning. I hope everybody's in the studio and at home watching.
Well, we really appreciate having you with us this morning and enjoying to chat to you and, of course, listening to your music as well. There's a lot to unpack if we speak a little bit about your story. And it's great that in the song that, we're listening to right now, Lila, you speak about, just fighting to get to the next place. You're one that's, definitely not an overnight sensation. You definitely made your mark through a lot of hard work and quite a lot of dedication and diligence. Let's speak about some of those early days in your career. Of course, we only knew you through the Idols competition, but I'm pretty sure that you started striving towards your music career way before that. And that's what I'm interested in, because that's the undocumented days of Amanda Black. Speak to us about those days.
Yeah, oh my goodness, down memory lane. Let's start where when I started singing. I've been singing since I could remember. So what I don't remember, but I definitely have been always ready to step up on the mic. So even with the nerves that I used to have, because when I was younger, I couldn't sing with my eyes open because I didn't want to see anybody because it would make me too anxious. Those are early days, pre-teens. But I was always ready. So Ekaya, whenever they would have visitors over, they would call me, Amanda is also line out, come running. Because I would always, any opportunity, what, sing, where do you want me? So it happened very, very early, my dream of music, my dream of being a performer and a songwriter that grew as I grew up. When I actually started performing now, past the high school talent shows, because that's when I actually got the stage experience. When I used to enter the talent shows at school, at 16, I got my first guitar. I'd say first year, that would be 2012. First year of my varsity studying music was when I actually now started performing at now events. And I started getting booked for free. But everybody starts somewhere.
Sure.
That's when I got now exposed to, okay, Amanda, this is how people are reacting to you, beyond now family and close friends. And those are my beginnings. I performed. I had I managed to get a slot at a restaurant. It was on Wednesdays and Sundays. And my mom was very skeptical again, because she was like, I don't want you working before, I want you to focus on school. I want you to focus on school and pass. So I had to negotiate that. But yeah, 2012, 2013 is basically when I started doing events at the school as well. Talent shows, small res events. That's when I actually now started getting, people were calling me the guitar girl. There was a song I did at the talent show, which is called Nobody's Perfect.
Okay.
And basically everywhere I went on campus, hey, nobody's perfect. So that's when I got, the feel of being an artist and a performing artist who's able to do her craft. And then obviously 2013 was the first time I entered Idols, and I didn't make it far, and I entered again and again. And yeah, basically those were the beginnings where, I was opening up festivals. I used to do the Splash Festival in PE.
Sure.
Fam, opening. I mean opening. When I say opening, I mean when people are setting up. So those are my people. Baba PZ setting up the tent and everything. Oh man, those are the days.
Let's talk a little bit about that Idols thing, because you and Zama Joba are an interesting case study, right? Because but both of you didn't make it very far, but you became kind of very prominent from that particular competition in terms of the outcomes, right? I don't even remember some of the winners of Idols, but I remember kind of the two of you there. I mean, what did you learn from that process about yourself and about what victory means to you? Because I'm sure it was kind of a contradiction, because you're like, I didn't win, but I did.
Yeah, no, in the beginning, it took me a while, obviously, to get to the mind space of, now I had time, because I'd entered Idols now 3 times, and the 3rd time was the charm, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so I had a bit of an experience with that rejection, and maybe understanding, because the first time I was young, I was 16, and my confidence was not there yet. And I felt like them saying no was them saying I can't sing, which is something my mom and my family were trying now to obviously refix and be like, no, this is a competition. And just because you didn't get chosen, it does not mean that you can't sing. I mean, this is what you've wanted to do. So that was the first time. And then the second time, the rejection hit so badly, because obviously I had grown. I was 20 and 19. And now in my mind frame, I still had this dream. Idols was the only way that I understood it. I saw, because I've been watching it for so long. So now not making it past the group stages was like, again, still like a hit on my, can I do it? Why am I doing, can I do it? Now they're telling me that I can't.
Mm-hmm.
So it kind of worked on me, but I grew. I guess I was growing through it. In this, every time I went back, the 3rd time I went back, I remember I had said it when I went there. I was like, this is not just for Idols. This is a platform. Now my mind was completely shifted. Mm-hmm. This is a platform, and I'm going to utilize it, and I need to be on that platform. So now in this time, again, not making it past top 7 or making it up until top 7.
There we go.
It was because I was ready. Like, in my mind, I was not just going there as a contestant.
Yeah.
I was already a musician. And I wanted people to know that guys, and this is what I want to do. So it hit different. Hence, when I left, I was like, you guys gonna see me again, not here though. I'm not coming back here.
Yes.
You guys are gonna see me again. And literally a year later, I got signed, made Amazulu, and became Amanda Black, and then made Amazulu and performed Amazulu on Idols.
I love that.
So,
well, we're going to hear a little bit more of your journey. We need to take a short break, and then we'll come back. Amazulu still is the album even now in 2025, even if it's all the way from 2016. But you've also made your presence known in so many ways, not just in the industry, but in the hearts of people, just through who you are. And we'll unpack a little bit more of that after the break.
Africa, voici Abedi.
Oui, c'est moi.
Abedi est un passionné de musique dans l'âme. Il a un goût pour toutes sortes de musique et passe ses journées à écouter Channel Africa.
J'aime beaucoup la musique africaine.
Ok. Devinez quoi? Channel Africa veut aider Abedi et les mélomanes du monde entier à découvrir encore plus de musique incroyable. C'est pourquoi Channel Africa appelle les artistes africains à soumettre leur musique. Chers artistes, n'oubliez pas de nous fournir toutes vos informations pertinentes à l'email adresse musique@channelafrica.co.za. Les soumissions sont votre chance d'être entendues, mais elles ne garantissent pas une playlist. Toutes les soumissions seront soigneusement examinées pour voir si elles répondent aux exigences de notre station. Channel Africa, la perspective africaine.
Hashtag on the move and connect with us.
I'm drifting away into the darkness. Izothatha umthwalo ndimbeke emqolo mama. Ubomi bunzima. Just lift my head
Hey, that's a big hit. Amazulu, a big commercial success, album of the year, best newcomer of the year, best female artist of the year, best R&B soul album. It had a whole lot of accolades indeed. We're speaking to the engineer behind that particular success, Amanda Black, who's joining us there on the line. Amanda, let's talk a little bit about this whole thing about your image and how you look and all of that. I mean, let's talk a little bit about your stage presentation. I've seen you in different performances. You just come as you are, as beautiful as you are. Tell us a little bit about that hoo-ha that happened in that time. It shook me a little bit because it felt premature, but it felt more like trolling than anything else.
Yeah, I'm learning to separate, to kind of be, to kick and see like what is trolling and which is criticism, like creative criticism, and which is concern and all of that. But social media is a different animal, and I think all of us are ill-equipped.
Yeah, absolutely.
I think all of us are a bit ill-equipped to deal with it. But no thick skin. I've got no thick skin. I am definitely 100% affected by a lot of the negative things people say. But I've chosen to respond to what I need to respond to. When it comes, for me, I don't feel like I need to explain myself anymore. I found that it doesn't really matter. I'm an artist, and I feel like art has been put in this box. And I understand what has happened. The advertising industry I feel like the corporate side of it has meshed within the art. This is just my opinion. And now people are unable to differentiate between what this image, because now there's this one image that everybody needs to basically aspire to look like, how we dress. Every single person is different, just like non-artists, people who are not artists, everybody is different. So I don't know. I don't know if I want to really address that specific situation, but I definitely want to holistically look at it as my take back from it is, guys, I am an artist and I definitely prioritize comfortability over everything else. And it's either, I don't know, it's like high situation.
Fantastic.
But I get there and I throw down and I give my everything. And I just feel those who do follow me for that definitely appreciate everything that I give on stage. And those are the people I need to.
Amanda, let's talk a little bit about that. I always like, when I've watched you a couple of times on stage, and I'm always moved every time, right? Because I always wonder, where does she get that musical stamina? Like you really pour it out, right, when you're on stage. And I feel like you're just like selfless in that. What do you do before you get on the stage? And what's happening when you are on that stage? Because you are really giving it. You never leave anything unkept there. You give it your all.
Oh, thank you. I guess every performance is different, and depending on how much time or how much space I'm able to get, or alone space I'm able to get, because almost the gig life, sometimes we're literally driving to this gig and then we get there and we're performing. So but when I leave home, no matter what mood I'm in, I meditate, not to say obviously all the time, like I'll sit and be like, but I definitely meditate on where I'm going and what I'm going to do. And even if I'm in a bad mood, I think the one thing I tell myself is just be you. And I feel like it shows, because my performances are different. I've heard this and I've also seen it myself when I play back, and I'm like, yeah, I can tell. Yeah, this one was a little bit more, or this one was a little bit. This performance needed to be vulnerable, because that day I was vulnerable.
Yeah.
This performance was like, it was fire because I was feeling a type of way. So, and also the audience as well, what I receive from them also influences my performance. But before I get on stage, I definitely set the intention. to give whatever I have to give.
I love that.
And,
Well, speaking about
thank you.
performances, next week you'll be performing at the Divas of Soul event that's on the 6th of December, alongside the likes of Faku, Berita, Lwah Ndlunkulu, and other incredible, songstresses like yourself. Tell us a little bit more about this performance and the event.
I think I've done Divas of Soul before.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's a great lineup. All my faves on that lineup
Yes.
you just mentioned. And I'm looking forward to that. I always love to be a part of a female lineup. I find that we need to also create spaces for ourselves, knowing what kind of industry that we're in.
Yeah.
So I feel like we were definitely soldiering on in that endeavor. And I'm excited to be part of this lineup, and I'm excited for people to see what we've prepared for the set.
Oh, I'm excited to see what you've prepared for the set as well. As we wrap up, let us know where we can find you on social media, and of course where we can find out more about next week's performance at Divas of Soul.
Yes. Thank you guys so much for having me.
Thank you so much.
You can follow me on social media. It's Amanda Black SA on TikTok. It's Amanda Black SA on Instagram, and Amanda Black Official on Facebook. And then for bookings, it's bookings at amandablack.co.za. But if you have access to social media, those are also on there. And I'm currently on my own tour, From My Soul to Yours, with my current album. We've just done Durban on the 21st of November, and we are adding more dates. So need to check out. And thank you guys so much. I appreciate this a lot.
We cannot wait. We really appreciate you giving us your time this morning and having this chat. What an incredible time to chat to you. And of course, looking forward to the upcoming performances and that tour. That is Amanda Black chatting to us right here on the Move. It's